Now we're going to look at some integer exponent problems. Always follow a basic pattern when working all problems, and I cannot emphasize this enough. First thing, if you have any parentheses, remove them using the power rules. Write with positive exponents, which means if you see any negative exponents, get rid of them. Next, use your product rule and then your quotient rule. Sometimes you can do these at the same time. All answers must be expressed with positive exponents. There is one exception, like I said in the prior video, but we still haven't gotten there yet. So first thing, I have got 4 to the negative 3. I have to write this as a positive exponent. Technically, it's in the numerator, so I need to move it down. So it's going to be 1 over 4 to the third. And remember, if you have a numerical base raised to a power, find out what it is, if it's not humongous. So 4 raised to the third power should be 64. So I should have 1 over 64. So I've got negative 2 in parentheses raised to the negative 4 power. So now technically when I say to remove all parentheses, this is when you have more than one thing in here. So if you just have just one single base, this being distributed in does not work. So I need to get rid of the negative exponent first. So I'm going to have 1 over negative 2 raised to the fourth. And if you multiply negative 2 up to by itself 4 times, you should end up with 16. So let me try this whole thing on the calculator. 1 divided by parentheses negative 2 raised to the fourth, and I need it as a fraction. So I'm going to go frac it. So 1 over 16. Negative 3 raised to the negative third power. So that is going to be sent down to the denominator. So I'm going to have 1 over negative 3 in parentheses raised to the third. And that in turn, if you multiply negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3, you'll end up with a negative 27. So I should have 1 over negative 27. You could have negative 1 over 27, or you could have a negative right in front of the fraction bar, as long as I see a single negative somewhere. Alright, next problem. I have got 4 times x to the negative 2. The negative 2 is only attached to the x, and that's all it can apply to. So I've got to get rid of negative exponent by taking this down to the denominator. So I'm going to end up with 4 over x squared. And there it is. This one, let's see, still no parentheses, but I see negative exponents. So 5 to the negative 3 goes up, x to the negative 2 comes down. I don't need to use product rule or quotient rule because my bases are different, but I do have 5 raised to the third power. So that would give me 125 y to the fourth over x squared z to the sixth. Yay, first parentheses. Distribute the 3 into everybody. So I'm going to have 4 to the third, x to the third, y to the negative 9. Next step, get rid of any negative exponents, so this should go down. You could go ahead and find out what 4 to the third is. I believe it's 64. So in the numerator, I'd have 64x to the third over 16x cubed y times y to the ninth. Alright. Anytime you have a number in the numerator, number in the denominator, see if you can reduce those. So 64 over 16, that would be a 4. So I'm going to have a 4 in the numerator. Notice my x cubes are going to eliminate completely. And in the denominator, I also have y to the first times y to the ninth. So it looks like I should have 4 over y to the 10th. There it is. Last problem. Distribute it into everybody. If to play it safe, if you have a base that does not have an exponent, put a 1 with it. So I'm going to have 3 to the third, a to the 15th, b to the 6th, c to the 12th, over a to the 4th, b to the 6th, c to the 4th. So that's your first job. Get rid of parentheses. Second job, get rid of negative exponents. So move this a to the 15th down to the denominator. 3 to the third, that would give me 27. So the only thing that happened is we changed 3 to the third and we move a to the 15th down. Now, see if you have any bases. Here's product rule here, quotient rule here, quotient rule here. So go ahead and do this problem. Pause me and see if you end up with the same thing I do. Let's see, I'm going to have 27 in the numerator. My a's, I'm going to have a to the 19th in the denominator. The b to the 6th is going to cancel. My c's, I'm going to end up with c to the 8th in the numerator. So let's see, 27 c to the 8th over a to the 19th. And there it is. And that's it for this video. Thank you.